Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Commandment of Patience, aka Ryan Trunky, back at again with a new video. So today I'm gonna do a Halo 4 2 parts 9, I think. So yeah, let's get started. So last time, when the video ended, I said like Eri cried but was comforted by Izuku as Momo and Jiro saw their hearts skipped a beat as they had seen him act fatherly. The two girls knew that he would be a perfect father, but quickly snapped out of it, from these thoughts. So now, let's say an hour, 1 hour passed, 1 hour later. Silver said, "Hello and welcome back. Let's get back to the show." Aizawa then walked up and pulled Izuku to the side and whispered, "Eri needs to go back to the hospital. She can't stay for 2 songs. Then she has to say bye." Izuku walked back and gave a look to Silver, and with that glancy, they understood each other. So Izuku began to sing, and stuff like that. So let's just say that the first song, both Izuku and Jiro harmonized beautifully. Many were inspired by this song to better themselves so they can help bring change to the world. Then Silver said, "We're taking 5 minute break." As Izuku and the band head off to the stage, Iri was brought backstage, but she had a sad look on her face. As Izuku knelt down and gave her a big hug, Izuku said, "I'll visit you tomorrow, I promise." Aizawa then said, "That's not necessary. She'll be living with me, with me at my the dorms, so she'll be able to see you daily." With this news, she was almost about to be bounce off the wall. She waved goodbye and said, "See you tomorrow." Now, the next songs like to. I forgot that I don't let you listen to the music that they play because I'm lazy. Okay, so bear with me. Probably I'm gonna let you listen to this song if I remember. Okay, so let's just say they played another 3 songs and they ended. Then Silver said, "Thank you for having us. We'll be back tomorrow to have an autograph session and hang out. We'll also be selling merch." So, it was now Saturday, the last of the culture festival. It was currently 11 a.m. Class 1A has all been awake, and a few minutes later, the real content heroes walked in like it was a normal day. Then Mina said, "Oh my god, I thought that last night was a dream." Many who were fans of the band wanted an autograph and picture with them. They were also trying to figure out why they didn't recognize Silver as the leader of the real content heroes. Mina said, "I have a question for Silver." Then Silver said, "Shoot, what's the question?" Then Mina said, "Why couldn't we recognize you when you first came?" Then Silver said, "To be honest, I'm not even sure myself. I thought you all would have recognized me the second I walked in." Parents were still around to enjoy their last day of the culture festival with their kids. Silver noticed this and made an announcement. Then Silver said, "Hey everyone, listen up. We're about to give you all of 1A a private show." Cheer went all around the dorms. As the band got to the supplies out of the truck, they came in. When the sound check was finished, Silver looked at Izuku and he knew Silver gave Izuku permission to dedicate a few songs to people. So the first one will be sung by Skylet. It's really famous band. Let's let's just say the whole band is about Skylet. Okay, so yeah. I'm really getting out of an ideas about this series. It's really hard to make an this series. So yeah. So after the song, Katsuki said, "What are you singing about, Deku? Me and Roundface aren't together. I broke up with her after I fucked her." like he said like bold like that. Like the song were about like him breaking up and like a girl cheated on him. So yeah. So Izuku then said, "What made you assume that song was about your relationship?" All the parents around here Ochako felt humiliated that Katsuki said that to her parents were upset because Katsuki didn't take responsibility. Aizawa then said, "You want to run that by us, Bakugo?" In the back stood All Might Aizawa and Nizu, or I always say his name Nitsu, okay? Who had just heard this news since all parents were present like at the moment everyone would be having a parent conference thanks to Katsuki. Katsuki then said, "You set me up, I'll murder you, like I will murder all of you." As he launched himself at Izuku using his quirk but was met with a bass guitar to the face. Aizawa couldn't use his quirk to like since his face English. English please. So Aizawa couldn't use his quirk since he had a severe case of dry eye this morning. Nizu placed his quirk, suppressing head cough on him, and now began the parent teachers conference. The rest of the festival was cancelled. Big changes were about to be put into effect. Ochako was being counseled by her parents as she apologized for picking someone so far as her first partner. So yeah, so it was still Saturday, but when Katsuki announced his atrocious action out loud, many parents and students were appalled by what was said. The teacher themselves showed up just in time to catch Bakugo say what are you done to Ochako because of the revealing action of what the two students had done. Parents conference were in let's just say hard at that very moment. The final day of the culture festival was cancelled due to Katsuki foolishness that could possibly have harmful repercussion to the reputation of UA. As the parents and teacher meetings were taking place, the students were nervous since this was first that was happening, as the meeting were being held one family at the time. They were like Ryan and Ryusuke left. Silver had to stay behind. See. So this video brought to you by me sipping tea. So yeah. So Kirishima then said, "Hey Silver, why do you have to stay?" Then Silver said, "Well, I'll probably get a fine or arrested for smashing the brat's face with my instruments." Aizawa, All Might, and Principal Nizo walking into the common room area when all of a sudden two police officers enters. Silver stood up with his hand up knowing he was going to jail. Then Nizo said, "Worry not, Mr. Silver. You are not under arrest." Then Silver was confused. Like, America, this is confusion, you know? So, yeah, Silver was confused, so he waited to see what would happen. The next thing was the officers walked past everyone as they had handcuffed Bakugo. Then Nizo said, "Mr. Silver, on behalf of the teacher of UA, I'd like you to thank you." Then Silver said, "Wait, why am I being thanked?" And I smashed his face with my instrument. All Might then said, "You see, young Silver, upon giving him a pat down, we discovered he had a concealed knife." Everyone in the room gasped at the news that Katsuki had attempted to kill another student. Mitsuki was embarrassed knowing her son committed a serious crime. She couldn't look at Inko in her eyes. Nizu then said, "As of now, Katsuki Bakugo is expelled and will never have another opportunity to enter a hero course. He's also going to jail." This was a disturbing news. Many knew he had anger issues, but to this degree, sorry about that, was unexpected. That parent-teacher conference went on as it was now. Izuku's turn. Izuku conference. Then Aizawa said, "Hello, you must be Mrs. Midoriya, correct?" Yeah, if so, my name is Shota Aizawa. I'm your son homeroom teacher. Then Inko said, it's pleasure to meet you, Aizawa-san. Please, just call me Inko. Then Aizawa said, well, Inko, about your son's progress, he's doing exceptionally well. He had less and less visits to the nurse's office, and his control has been steadily growing day by day. Inko then said, I'm very glad to hear this news. I knew giving you a one more chance would be a risk, but I am glad I took it. I also want to know why my son knows the man who saved his life. Then Izuku said, well, mom, I thought it was time I grew up and stopped waiting for you to give me an allowance, so I got to job. That's where I met Silver and we became good friends. He taught me how to play guitar. Then Inko said, I see, well, I'm glad you don't doing great. I'm proud of you for improving and stepping out of your comfort zone. Once all the meeting had ended, many parents were on their way home. But three students asked their parents to stay and talk in private. The three were the Midoriya, Jiro, and Yuruzu families. Inko then said, so, Izuku, is there any reason why you want to talk? But before Izuku could explain why Izuku wanted to talk to his mother, then heard a voice behind him. Hey, you're the cool cat who was jamming out on the stage. Slap me some skin. As Izuku turned around, he saw a blonde-haired man and a woman looked like Jiro with a embarrassed Jiro. Before Izuku could speak, he heard another, so you are the young man my daughter has become smitten with. Behind Inko was a tall man with black hair and fair skin. Next to him, a beautiful woman with her hair into a ponytail who looked like an older Momo. At that point, both Jiro and Kyutoko and Takeshi Yogorozu were confused as they why both of their daughters have fallen in love with the same guy. The two men turned to Izuku with a look and said, you're dead. Before the two men could get near Izuku, both Jiro and Momo stood in front of him. Then Takeshi said, what's the meaning of this, Momo? Then Kyutoko said, I'd like to know as well. Jiro then said, I wanted to introduce you and I can't even speak. So, where was I? Oh, so Jiro said, I want you to introduce you to my boyfriend. Then Momo said, I want you to meet my boyfriend. Both Jiro and Mika Jiro and Ibina Yuruzu were sizing up the young man, who stood before them with a look that read, I'm going to see what game he was playing with their daughter's hearts. Mika then said, so are you messing around with both our daughters? Mika said as she lifted both her earphones jacks as if she was like Cobra ready to strike. Ibina then said, you better tell the truth or else you'll be sleeping with the fishes, you know? Ibina said as she created a metal baseball bat when Kyuka yelled enough. Then Kyuka said, enough! It was my idea, share him. I knew Momo was in love with Izuku, but I slowly began to fall in love with him. Momo said, I agreed to this idea. I fell in love with Izuku when I learned that Jiro had developed feeling for him. I thought it was best to share him since I didn't want to lose my best friend over a guy. Then Izuku said, I hope you can accept this relationship, but I want you all to know that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to keep them both happy. All parents could sense the genuine words of the emotion that flowed through them. When Inko suddenly remembered, then Inko said, so does mean that I'll have two beautiful daughters-in-law? Does that possibly mean adorable grandbabies? Then Izuku yelled, Mom! When the possible thoughts of the grandbabies came to both Mika and Ibina, her thought was they might look like as they both shrieked in joy. Like Kyutoko, Izuku, and Takeshi said in the same time, oh boy, you know? The three men looked at each other, and they laughed and had feeling they would get along well. From that day on, both Momo and Kyuka father gave Izuku their blessing to be with their daughters. So yeah, probably this video will be about 40 minutes or 30, I don't know. Probably the next episode probably will be the last one. Like, I start losing hope about this series. Like, I don't like, there's nothing coming up to me for this series. So yeah, and before I end this video, just hear me out, okay? You know. So yeah, like a lot of you been commenting in my videos to do that ID. Really like trying my ass off, like writing some scripts. Like, it's really hard. So one of the series that's recommended, sorry I forgot the name. He told me to do what if like Izuku had the soul of bravery. This series, like, I can't find anything about it. Like, I watched the animation, but there is no connection. Like, there is no story behind it. I'm still thinking about it, but yeah. And one forgotten series that I told you about, like in what if enemy discussion, or what if this discussion was, what if Izuku had one above all? If you want this series, comment down below. So yeah. And another thing, that I'm working another series like in this style of this, like a Hero for Two, but a different one. There will be three pairing, like Izuku, Jiro, Momo, and Ochako. It's gonna be weird, and it's gonna be short, about, let's say, 5 or 8 episodes, but it's okay. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I catch you in another video. Peace out.